Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
Okay, my second question is about our Angel Trumpet. We bought it last year and put it in a big container out on the deck, and it never did bloom. Well, we Googled it, and it said, unless it has formed a V in the trunk, blah, blah, blah. So we cut it back, and we brought it in over the winter, and we put it back out this spring. So the nursery guy said they are very heavy feeders. So we have been very heavily feeding it. And the thing is 6 feet tall. It's got 1 million leaves on it and no Angel Trumpet yet.
Well, you're blessed with a good growing plant and what may be happening. And this is a possibility. When plants are given too much fertilizer, they will grow vegetatively, which yours definitely has done at 6 feet. That also changes the chemistry inside the plant, and sometimes they're growing so darn fast vegetatively, they don't slow down to set flower buds. Now, it's not just they being the Angel Trumpet, it's just plants in general. I guess I'm going to say try backing off of the fertilizer. Don't water quite as much. Now, don't let it die, of course, but wait until it gets a little floppy at 4 p.m. on a hot day. Then water so that you don't lose the plant. But try cutting back on its maybe you're just doing too nice a job and it's rebelling. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Now, once in a while, it gets these little okra-looking things on it, but they never open up. Would that, if they opened up, would that be the flowers?
Well, now, I'm having to think back. It's been a while since I've grown the Angel Trumpet. The odds are, yes, that it is setting a flower bud. Boy, I'm sure that I can't give you a full answer on that, but I think maybe that's what's happening. And then perhaps, and it's a big if, but perhaps it is growing again so fast vegetatively, the energy just shifts off into the vegetative growth and doesn't follow through with the flower. I'd try holding back because those guys can grow quite significantly, but I've never known them to be what I'll call blind. Sometimes more flowers, sometimes less, but hold back on it a little bit, see if it makes a difference.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
This is Michelle Wilson, host of the Business Inspires podcast from the Tri-Village Chamber Partnership. To run a successful business, you need resources, valuable connections, and community recognition. In each episode of the Business Inspires podcast, we talk with small business community leaders who will inspire you to create the business you are envisioning. The Business Inspires podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, your Alexa device, and your favorite podcast player.
Circle270media.com